Hi everyone, welcome to my first video. This is a yoga practice designed to help you ease into autumn. I know we're not there just yet, but in the natural world, autumn is all about letting go, slowing down, and getting ready to retreat as we get towards the colder and darker months. So that's what this practice is all about: relaxing, slowing down, getting nice and cozy. So all you'll need is a yoga bolster if you have one. If you don't, 2 pillows from your bed will work the exact same. A pillow to sit on or a yoga block if you've got one at home. Maybe a nice cup of tea, and then make sure you're wearing something comfortable, cozy socks. Just get really nice and comfy, and I hope you enjoy it. We are going to start in a cross-legged seat. Grab a pillow or a yoga block to sit up on. If that feels a little bit more comfortable for you, it can help you to sit up a little bit straighter. Just make it feel a little bit more supportive. So closing the eyes or lowering the gaze, maybe bringing the hands to the knees with the palms face down. And just taking a couple of moments to start to become aware of the breath. So not trying to change the breath in any way, just noticing the breath as it enters and leaves your body. And trying to keep the attention on the breath as we just take a couple of moments to slow down and arrive here before we begin our practice. And then maybe seeing if you can start to deepen the breath. So breathing in really deeply through the nose. And then breathing out nice and slowly through the nose as well. Nice, and then starting to invite a little bit of movement back into the body, maybe rounding the spine, tucking the chin to the chest or swaying gently side to side. And then we're going to start with some shoulder rolls. So just rolling the shoulders up, back and down. Making the movement as big or as small as you want it to be. And then bringing the shoulders forwards now. So rolling in the opposite direction. And we're dropping the left ear over the left shoulder. We'll roll the right shoulder back. Maybe extending the right arm out to the side. And then seeing where you want the position of your head. So if you tuck your chin forwards, it might send the stretch more to the back of your neck. Neutral will keep it quiet in the middle, and then tilting your chin up will send the stretch more to the front of your neck. Either staying in stillness in whatever position you prefer, or like I am, you might like to nod the head gently back and forth. You can always bring the left hand to rest over that right ear, not pulling the head to the side, but just adding a little bit of weight here. Nice, and then releasing that, we'll roll the shoulders a couple of times and we'll go to the other side. So dropping the right ear over the right shoulder, roll the left shoulder back, maybe extending the arm out to the side. The same thing on this side, seeing if you want to change the position of the head and either staying in stillness or maybe nodding the head back and forth. Just trying to get a gentle stretch into the side of the neck here. And then maybe bringing that right hand to rest on the right left ear. Not pulling the head again, just adding a little bit of gentle weight. Nice, and then coming back to center, let's do some chest circles. So holding onto the knees, Arching the spine as you bring your chest forwards, and then rounding the spine and tucking the chin to the chest as you move backwards. So just going in those nice circles. Moving nice and slowly and trying to keep that connection to the breath. And going in the opposite direction when you're ready. Circling the chest round. Really nice. And then we're going to extend the legs out in front of us. Maybe sitting on your pillow here. And we're just going to move into a seated forward fold or Paschimottanasana. So you can bend your knees here, hinge at the hips, but let the spine round. Maybe holding onto the feet, tucking the chin to the chest, and really letting your upper body relax into the pose here. And coming back to that slow and steady breath. Seeing if you can breathe in really deeply. And breathing out nice and slowly. Just letting yourself soften into the pose. Not worrying about how it looks or how far in you are. Just seeing if you can come back to the breath. Nice, and now slowly starting to lift out of this, rolling back up the spine, maybe rolling the shoulders round, and then bending the knees. We're going to bring the soles of the feet to touch, so coming into a bound angle or Baddha Konasana pose. And again here we're letting the spine round, let the chin tuck to the chest, bringing the hands either to the feet, the ankles, the lower legs, wherever feels best for you. And then see if you can come back to that sense of what we call pratyahara in yoga, drawing the awareness inwards. A really good way to do that is to just bring the awareness back to the breath. Breathing in nice and deeply. Breathing out really slowly. Then when you're ready, rolling up, bringing the hands to the outsides of the knees, helping them back together. And then taking the hands behind you, and we're just going to gently windscreen wipe the knees side to side. We're coming onto all fours, so knees roughly underneath the hips, wrists roughly under the shoulders or a bit further in front. And then as you inhale, we're dropping the belly towards the mat, lifting the chest, let the gaze come forwards. And then exhale, rounding the spine in the opposite position, tucking the chin to the chest as the last movement. So our inhale brings us back to our cow pose, drop the belly, open the chest, let the gaze come forwards. And exhale, rounding the spine, coming into our cat pose. And moving through cat-cow with your own breath, really nice and slowly. And seeing if you can articulate the spine piece by piece. So seeing if you can really let the movement start from your tailbone. And then maybe wiggling the hips side to side a couple of times. And then take the big toes to touch, take the knees a little bit wider and sit the hips back towards the heels. Going to thread the right arm underneath the left, coming onto the right side of the head or the right ear. And we are in our thread the needle version of child's pose. So breathing into it here, see if you can let your body relax into the pose. Gently stretching into the upper back and the shoulder. And if this doesn't feel comfortable on the head, or if the head is hovering off the mat, you can bring one of your pillows underneath the head just as a little bit of support here. Nice, so let's take one more breath here. And then when you're ready, we're gently going to bring that right arm back. And then we'll go to the opposite side, so threading the left arm underneath the right now. Coming on to the left side of the head, again using a pillow here for a bit of support maybe. And coming back to that slow and steady breath. And these longer holds in our yin style of practice really give us time to feel into the poses, come back to the breath and really focus on letting ourselves relax into it and slow down. Really nice. So when you're ready, we're slowly going to come out of this, lifting up slightly. Maybe sitting up into a hero pose, so just lifting up, rolling the wrists around a couple of times, and then bring your pillows out in front of you. We're going to come into a supported child's pose, so just lowering yourself down onto your pillows, choosing what side of your head you want to be on, or maybe the forehead to the pillows. And again, coming back to that slow and steady breath. Maybe noticing if there's anywhere that you might be holding stress or tension that you can relax, even if it's just the muscles of the face, relaxing the jaw slightly. Then if you're on one side of your head, maybe turning onto the other side now. Maybe noticing where the mind goes in the stillness. And seeing if you can just gently bring it back to the rise and fall of your breath. Let's take 2 more slow and steady breaths here. And then really gently, we're going to lift up out of this child's pose. Moving nice and slowly. Putting the bigger pillows or the bolster to the side for now. Maybe sitting on one of your smaller pillows or your block. And bringing the legs out nice and wide. Then we're going to interlace the fingers and just start to mix round in circles. So making these circles as big or as small as you want them to be. And then going in the opposite direction when you're ready. And a little bit of movement into the hips, a bit of a stretch into the backs of the legs. And then we're going to bend the left knee, draw the heel towards you. Now you can either stay here, turning towards that left knee, bringing the pillows out in front of the knee and then lowering down and resting your head on the pillows from there. Or you can bend the right knee and draw the heel towards your glute and then fold from there, coming into a deer legs version of the pose. So right knee is either bent or straight, whatever feels best for you. And then maybe closing your eyes or lowering the gaze. And reconnecting to the breath here. Really letting yourself slow down and relax into it. When you're ready, we're really slowly going to use our hands to bring us back up to center. It might feel nice to bring both feet out in front of you with the knees bent and just windscreen wipe the knees side to side a couple of times. And then we'll swap to the other side. So taking the pillows over to the right, we'll draw the right heel in, bending that knee. And again on this side, you might fold from here, keeping that left leg extended. Or maybe you bend the left knee and draw that heel towards the glute, coming into our deer legs position, folding onto the pillows from there. Coming back to that slow and steady breath. Again, noticing if there's anywhere that you can soften or relax. Really letting yourself be supported by the mat, by the pillows or the bolster. Let's take one more really deep breath in here. And then nice and gently, we're going to push up and come back to center, moving really slowly. We're going to transition onto our backs. So maybe bring in a pillow for your head to rest on, rolling down onto the back of your body, and we'll start by hugging the knees into the chest. Either holding on to the lower legs or the backs of the thighs. And then maybe circling the knees round, going in whatever direction you want to. It might feel nice to just gently rock left to right. And then we're going to hug the right knee in and extend the left leg out long, so the back of the leg is against the mat. If that doesn't feel comfortable, you can bend that left knee instead, so have the sole of the left foot on the mat. So whatever feels best for you. And then we're just gently hugging that right knee in. So maybe feeling a bit of a stretch down the front of the left thigh. And then bringing the left hand to the right knee, taking the right arm out to the side. We're going to guide that right knee across the body, coming into a supine twist. It might feel nice to turn the head towards the right, so in the opposite direction to the bent knee. You can stay like this, or if that doesn't feel comfortable on the hips or the knees, you can bend the left leg as well, so coming into more traditional supine twist. And breathing into it here. ready, we'll gently lift back up to center, hugging both knees into the chest. We'll go to the other side, so keeping the left knee hugged in, extend the right leg, either keeping the right leg straight or bending the knee, whatever you prefer. And then coming into that supine twist, so using the right hand to guide the left knee across the body. Maybe the left arm opens out and the gaze might turn towards the left as well. Again, either keeping just the left knee bent or maybe bending the right knee as well. Completely up to you, just whatever feels best in your hips, your knees, your lower back. And then seeing if we can breathe in really deeply here. Breathing out nice and slowly. Really nice. And now gently we're going to lift back up to Apanasana, hugging the knees into the chest, maybe lifting the head towards the knees. And then we're getting ready for our Savasana. So if you've got your pillows, your bolster, might feel nice to bring a pillow underneath your knees for a bit of extra support. If you've got a blanket that you want to put over you here, or maybe some cozy socks, an eye pillow, just make sure you're nice and comfortable. And then coming back to that slow and steady breath. Allowing the breath to follow its natural rhythm here. Softening the shoulders, relaxing the jaw and the muscles of the face. Feel the weight of your hips sinking into the mat and let your legs be really heavy. And then really giving yourself permission to enjoy this moment of complete relaxation. Letting go of any sense of urgency and enjoying this time that is just for you. When you're ready, we're going to start to gently deepen the breath. Start to invite really small movements back into the body, maybe wiggling the toes, fingers, rolling the wrists and the ankles, maybe bending the knees, letting them windscreen wipe side to side. Maybe rocking the head side to side as well, just easing the body back into awareness. And maybe coming to lay on the side of the body if you're not there already. taking just a moment longer, maybe gently thanking yourself for taking the time to slow down today. And then really gently keeping the eyes closed or the gaze lowered if you want to, coming to find a nice comfortable seat. Let's take one last inhale together, maybe reaching the arms up towards the sky. Exhaling to bring the palms through prayer position at the heart and maybe taking a little bow. And thank you so much for easing into autumn with me. I hope you enjoyed it.